What's up, guys? This episode is brought to you by our friends at Bubba Coos Burritos, our go-to spot for building better burritos.
Absolutely, guys. And don't forget to use promo code CHAMP15 that gives you 15% off your entire order, online only.
Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You and I rocking out with Iron Man, FE. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. We're never tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the champ and the tramp, let the bomb blast.
You must play with that knife a lot, because I always put it back up there and it's always back on the table.
I use it.
What do you use it for?
Cut my bags open.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Cut your bag
My
open?
fan mail.
Cut your
Cut my
fan
fan mail open.
Frankie's. There's a huge, you guys, well, anyway, what's up, guys? Welcome back, Champ of the Tramp. But there's a huge pile of mail over there. And I'm like, Frankie, what the fuck is
It's
on
not
that?
huge.
It's pretty
Couple.
big.
It's couple.
Pretty good size. Couple. It's way more than a couple.
All right.
Anyway, Frankie's like, that's fan mail. I was like, you get fan mail? You do, bud. You get fan mail. Look at you.
I get man fan mail. You know what I mean?
So what is it? Mostly people asking for like,
autographs.
Autographs?
Yeah. A lot. Honestly, there are some true fans, I believe.
Yeah.
But then there's just
People
that are
selling it?
hawking autographs. And honestly, I used to be like, fuck these guys, this and that. But I'm like, whatever. You fucking sends me. Is next to it. Maybe you're not a hawker, so I got to give it to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it doesn't piss me off. When fight week, it does piss me off a little bit, because UFC. I don't mind selling autographs for true fans, dude.
Right.
I love that shit. That's awesome, right?
Sure.
Fight week, especially like you got a fight coming up, you're cutting weight, all this shit.
You're miserable.
You're kind of miserable a little bit, and you're just on edge, whatever. And dude, the UFC they get like they don't really cut these fans off from us. Like they have access to us all week. So there's guys that are literally just autograph guys. You know what I mean? They're fucking
Wait, where? In the hotel?
At the hotel,
they
yeah.
can't get backstage, obviously, right?
No, at the hotel all week.
At the hotel,
at the
yeah,
hotel
yeah.
week. They know.
So you have no security?
There is, but I mean, they're not. They're not great with it. I'll be honest with you.
Really?
You know, because these guys, these autograph hawkers, will literally stand outside a workout room. So like you have to walk down here. I'm working out every night, 7:00, 8:00. You gotta walk down past these guys.
Right.
You know
what
what I mean?
Frankie, sign this.
Yeah.
Do you literally just
And
scribble
I'll
on your
do,
way by?
but like if they'll have like 5 of the same card, I'll fucking hit 2. You know what I mean? I'm not like, dude, I'm not fucking.
Right.
But if it's a real fan, I'll definitely take the time.
Yeah. But is it all like middle-aged, old, gray-haired men?
Yeah,
You know, then you kind of know,
dude,
right?
Even like I'll do. When BJ, Josh Thompson did that autograph signing at the UFC gyms, like dudes came that were autograph people. Like they seek out these autograph sessions that cost nothing, or maybe they do some cost some, but these cost nothing.
Right.
And they come, and they bring gloves, this, that, and you sign it, whatever.
Have you ever looked, or Renee ever looked to see what you can get for like an autograph?
Oh, I don't know. It's not that much. You know what I mean?
What do you think you get?
I have no idea.
$100?
No,
Well,
I don't know. It
pair of
depends.
gloves has got to be $50.
Maybe. I have no idea.
What do you
Dude.
get?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Tack a couple hundred on, maybe.
No, I don't.
More?
No, I have no idea, dude. I have no idea.
I'm
No.
curious.
I don't think it'd be that
Andrew,
much.
can you look
I
it
don't
up?
think it'd be that
See if you
much.
can find any autographed Frankie Edgar memorabilia.
I think cards are not very much, dude.
No, I'm saying like gloves, but gloves are fairly
maybe.
expensive.
Yeah, but like what? Like memorabilia
Hung
is
up
like
on something
anybody's
here.
gloves, huh?
I'm hung up on something.
You hung up on a couple things, pal.
All right, I'm good. I'm free. Yeah, I've had a number of my friends that you don't know have hit me up over the years, like, oh, can you get? And I always feel weird, especially when I didn't. Now I'd be like, yo, fuck you, bitch, sign this. But back before I really knew you well, people were like, bro, if I, and they were sending to me directly, like off the UFC site, mailing this shit to me. I'm like, bro, this is fucking awkward. Like, I don't.
But I never cared. I never cared, really, honestly. And for something like that, like they're kind of fans, you know.
Yeah, no, they're definitely fans.
It's cool.
The people that were asking me were definitely.
But like the people that are fucking, even the people that are making money don't bother me that much. Honestly, fuck it. You know?
It is capitalism.
You're doing you're hustling a little. But sometimes when you're inconveniencing me for your hustle, now I'm gonna stop that.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. give you got to get a little piece of that pie if they're making something, right?
I'm not even looking for that. Like, I'll definitely help someone out.
Yeah.
I don't mind helping someone out. Like, hey, I mean, what when would I ever think someone want my fucking autograph?
Right,
you know what I mean?
true,
Are you
true,
kidding me?
true.
Or it has value. It's fucking wild. So yeah, I'm down to even help someone out. But if you start, it gets in.
There's a time and a place, right?
Time and place.
Yeah,
for sure.
You ever had anybody, only because this happened, when I was married, it happened a bunch of times actually, but you ever have anybody like drive by your house or stop or take pictures or come up or knock? I can tell you a number of stories that happened back when I was married.
Yeah, I yes, one time at least.
Really? Tell me the story.
Yeah, someone came up to. I mean, I don't know. Someone found out where I lived.
Great story.
Found out where I lived and came up. I just remember. I don't remember
And
too
said
good.
what? Rang the bell?
Yeah. But like, hey, I'm sorry. I know you. He was very respectful.
So fucking weird, bro.
They were from around here.
That's crazy. Yeah. Number of times I can remember one time, like when we first moved into the house. When like I've always lived in Toms River, but when we bought a house in Toms River together and moved in, I can remember very early on. It was nighttime. And we had those planter lights in front of the house that shine on the house, whatever. And I can remember the ex saying, "Holy shit, somebody's looking in the windows." I'm like, "What?" And I open the front door, and there's a minivan sitting in the street in front of our house with a woman sitting in it, and I can see the slider is open, the slider door, and there's like 3 teenage girls like doing this, peering in the windows and shit.
Wait, in your windows?
Yeah, on the first floor. I don't think we even had kids at the time, but I didn't have to say shit. She fucking went nuts.
Hell yeah.
So I didn't even get it. And plus, it was all girls. You know what I mean? It was like teenage girls. But I can remember the mom saying something like, "I used to think you were nice," or something like that. I'm like, can you imagine how about us doing that to you? How would you react? You know what I mean?
Looking in your window,
crazy,
dude. That's crazy. They wanted to see Roger in his underwear.
I remember one time a guy backed in the driveway and rang the bell, and I was home by myself.
You scared?
No, it was during the day. It was the middle of the day, and there was a woman. I guess his wife was sitting in the truck. Backs in, rings the bell.
Backs in your driveway.
Yeah, we lived on a cul-de-sac.
Yeah,
bro.
I know.
Nobody had any business coming down there. There was 8 houses on the whole street. Unless you were one of those 8 houses.
And your driveway kind of goes into your house.
It was an effort to get there. So anyway. Rings the bell to the side door. I answer. I'm like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "Hey, man, how are you?" And he's like, I was just driving by and I was looking over your house. First of all, lie number 1, right? Driving by. You weren't driving by.
Yeah, cul-de-sac.
It's a cul-de-sac. So I was driving by and I saw, you have some algae on the side of your house or some greening on the side of your house. And, I have a power washing company. First of all, he didn't have a power washing company. He had a power washer. It wasn't a company.
You sure he wasn't? He knew who.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting to that. So he was like, and I did it every year. I literally did. Because it's always the east side?
North side, I think, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, you're right. The north side where the sun doesn't hit. Right. So the one side of the house did get a little green every year, right? But I would always do it myself, right? I did the whole house when we first moved in. But anyway, he's doing his little sales pitch or whatever. He's just like an average Joe, right? And I'm like, no, I keep saying, no, bro, we're good. I do it myself, no big deal, whatever. He said, well, wait a minute, aren't you on that show? Aren't you that guy from that show? And I feel like saying, bro, come on, bro. Fucking, when you backed in here, you knew who fucking lived here. You know what I mean? But I never did. That wasn't a big deal because that guy went. But I told you about the time. I think I told this on air early on. But you remember the guy, the fucking kids that fucking ran me over, right? You know that story?
Yeah.
They'd egg the house a ton of times on mischief night. They'd done this like 2 or 3 years in a row.
What years was this? What years?
This would have been. Maybe it started in like 2011 or 12 up to like 2013, something like that, somewhere in that range, right? And so I can remember. Let's say it's like let's say just for purposes of the story here, they got us 2011, 2012. Wake up the next day, didn't know they even did it. Just woke up and there's eggs everywhere because they never hit a window. It was just eggs dripping off everything, all over the house. So I have to get out the power washer and power wash the whole house off. Because that shit in cold weather freezes on, right? Eggs freeze on, right?
And then it eats at the paint.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, you know what I mean? It's a bunch of kids. They're telling everybody they got JWoww's house or whatever, and they're going to school and bragging, whatever. Well, by the second year they did it, now I'm pissed off. I'm like, all right, this is a little fucking much. This isn't going to be a yearly thing, right? So the third year, let's say it's 2013. I hire a kid from my gym. This kid I know, Nick, what's his name? Young kid. He's like 18-year-old kid. To sit in my planter with a paintball gun all fucking night long. I paid this kid like, I don't know, $100 maybe, to sit there with a paintball. He was stoked to do it, bro. He was fucking stoked to do it.
Done it.
And I remember he texted me, like, I was sound asleep. He texted me like 4 a.m. Nothing, bro. No action. I'm tired and I'm freezing. I'm going home, right? He sat there from like 9 o'clock at night to like 3 or 4 a.m, right? Fucking paid this kid. When I woke up, I read the text. He left. So I'm like, all right, I guess they're done. You know what I mean? I guess, like fucking paid this kid for nothing, and they're done. So fast forward the next year, right? Now she's away, filming, business, whatever. It's just me, and here comes the jokes. Go ahead, get them out of the way. And her little gay assistant, Joey, who would take care of the dog. Like, I'd go to work, he'd take care of the dogs. He'd fold the laundry, whatever. It's her best friend, Joey. I'm actually still friends with him this day. Great kid. But little Tinkerbell kid. He weighed probably 90 pounds or whatever. But it's just him and I there. We're in the same bed, of course. Go ahead and make the jokes. Go ahead.
I bet you.
So he's in one of the spare bedrooms. I'm in the big bed, and it's maybe like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I hear the distinct ping of a fucking egg hitting a window, hit the bedroom window that I was in. It was distinct as fuck, and I was like, "Did he hear it, bro?" No, he's a fucking idiot. So, bro, I was up in my underwear, up out of bed literally down the stairs, out the front door in 6 seconds maybe, and nothing. There was it was crickets. It was dead calm, dead quiet, nothing. And I'm like, there's no possible way. First of all, I'm thinking it's somebody in a car pulling up and then, banging the jug handle turn and leaving. Right. There was no way they had time to do that. No possible way. By the time that I got out there, absolutely no way. So I'm like, all right, they can't be far, right? But I'm in my underwear, so I'm like barefoot, walking down the road, like, come on, motherfuckers, where are you? Because I didn't care, bro. At that time, I was so pissed off, I didn't care if it was a bunch of fucking kids. I was going to trounce them all, right? I didn't care. I was so mad. So I'm walking down, nothing, right? So I'm looking, at this house, behind this bush, nothing, bro. Like nothing. It's like they vanished in 6 seconds, right? So I'm pissed off. So I go back in the house, and now Joey's up like, what happened? I'm like, bro, we got egged again. Fucking fuckers got us. He's like, let's watch the cameras, right? So now we're in the office, like rewinding the camera system, like trying to figure it out. And I look on the camera mounted on the mailbox. We put one on the mailbox by the road so we could get license plates, because this had happened so many times.
Are the lights on or off?
On what do you mean?
In the room you guys are watching.
You fucking idiot. I knew it was coming. So anyway, we're watching this video, and I'm trying to think, am I still staying in my underwear? I think I was. So anyway, the mailbox camera, I see a fucking car turn up our street, start coming up our street. And it's like I said, 1, 2 in the morning. Nobody on that street gets home at 1, 2 in the morning, right? It's a family street, right? Dead end. So now I'm like, here it goes. Here. It's going to be a fucking showdown, right? So I run out, right? Just as they were going past the house. Now they're in the cul-de-sac. Now they're stuck. Now they can't go anywhere. They're fucked, right? It was a black Honda Accord, 4-door black Honda Accord, like an old 90s something, right? I remember. I'll never fucking forget this car. It turns. I clearly see there's 4 young kids in it, right? And I'm like, all right, motherfuckers. So now I'm right smack in the middle of the road. They make the jug handle. They turn around. Their headlights are right on me. Their high beams are shining right on me, and fucking veins are popping out of my neck. I'm like, let's go, motherfuckers, right? And dude, I was so mad. I was so pissed. So instead of letting off the gas, bro, they got on the gas, right? So I kind of like sidestep, because they turn right to go around me. I kind of like sidestep to the right. Then they turn left. I sidestep to the left. Bro, never slowed down, nothing. So I like scooted to get out of the way, but my hand kind of like it was like Dukes of Hazzard sliding up over the hood, and my hand hit I guess they call it the corner pillar or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it literally flipped me up in the air and did like a somersault, landed on the ground on my elbow and my knee. And I got a little fucked up. Like, I definitely was bleeding and shit. I went back in the house. I was like, I just got fucking hit by the car. So we tried to find that. Joey's looking for that footage, but it happened right in front of the camera. Like if I was 3 feet back, we would have got it. So it totally missed it. So I'm like, I'm calling the fucking cops. not to be a rat, but I called the cops. Cops showed up, and they're like, listen, if you go to the hospital, that's like aggravated assault, because now it's a, stepped up because you have injury, you know what I mean? I didn't go. I literally, it was like 4 in the morning. I literally just went straight to work. There's no way I was going back to sleep. A little banged up, elbow was a little banged up, knee was a little swollen or whatever. Never caught him. Never. I went to a bunch of high school kids that I knew, because I knew it had to be high school kids, and I said, listen, $250 for anybody that dimes out these kids that did it. Never heard a word. Still to this day, I have no clue.
I wonder if they're listening.
Yeah, little motherfuckers.
I probably know the kids. No.
Yeah.
You never did that as a kid?
I did. There was this one.
It's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to just eat it.
Yep.
You got to be like, I did some dumb shit as a kid.
There was this one teacher that was very intimidating. It's like everybody was scared of her. Her name was Mrs. Strout. And she just intimidated. She just ruled with like an iron fist, right? And we egged her house a couple years in a row, and I remember feeling bad about doing it, but I was like, she kind of deserves it. You know what I mean? Like, she put the fear of God in every kid in fucking high school. So we got her a couple years in a row. I don't think I even had my driver's license the first year, because I remember I rode in the back of a pickup truck I probably threw 3 or 4 eggs, and then we just jumped back in and took off. You ever do shit like that?
Yeah. They used to have mischief night back behind high school east in the neighborhood. All kids would meet in this one spot. There's literally like fucking 40, 50 kids, no bullshit, in the neighborhood, and they were just wrecking shit. I threw some eggs, but like dudes were throwing pumpkins through windows. Oh yeah, it was fucking madness, bro. I'm like, I'm good with that.
I never did shit like that destructive. You know what we did? This is a different time, bro. And this is going to sound like insane to you. And you're going to be like, what? Fuck? But small town living. Nobody that's listening to this is probably going to be able to relate. But it wasn't that uncommon. We used to ride around, and my buddies, I was like a 78 Jeep Wagoneer, like all-time four-wheel drive, those big, heavy, boxy-looking Jeeps, and shoot out streetlights.
With a real gun?
With shotguns.
Which streetlights? Like
the streetlights at intersections.
Like stoplights?
No.
Traffic lights, I mean?
No, like the white streetlights that light up.
Turn on, we
used to do it all the time.
Gotta come home when the streetlights are on.
Yeah. Drive around all but I mean, there wouldn't be like let's say Columbia Falls, which is a couple towns over, you shoot out the streetlight, the nearest house to that streetlight was probably like a half a mile away. It's not like you were recklessly putting in people in danger. It was stupid to do. It was absolutely stupid, but it was just a different place.
You guys have lead in the water up there and
time. Shit? Yeah, probably in the paint.
In the paint? You ate the chips? You ate paint chips?
We did that shit all the time. I remember, another story I remember, there's like the locals, and I grew up in a very lower income, kind of poor county, Washington County, Maine. Great people. A lot of people, I wouldn't say poor, but like most people lived off the land. Most people either worked in the blueberry industry, or they were lobster fishermen, or they worked on the water in some way, or whatever they needed to do to get by, but not an affluent area at all. Like people just did what they had to do. But then it's a beautiful area, like, because it's right on the coast. So then you had the outer state people. You know what I mean? You down here, we would call them like bennies, I guess.
Yeah. Right.
In Maine, I don't know, flatlanders, I guess they call them.
Flatlander.
But
you guys mountaineers?
They would be from outer. Yeah, we're in the mountains. And
are you?
Kinda. I mean, yeah, Maine's very mountainy.
I know, but you're by the shore and the mountain.
Yeah, Maine everywhere. Maine's like
across the
you go northern Maine, and it's like potato country. That's like flat way up north. But anyway, getting off the subject here. So there was an area called Ripley Point, and it'd be a lot of summer houses down there from outer state people, and they'd be this beautiful, not like sprawling mansions, but beautiful summer houses, right? And most of me and my friends didn't live in houses as nice as these summer houses where these outer staters would come. So it was a hurricane, I remember. Maine doesn't really get hurricanes. I remember one we got like a little touch of, because we're so far up. We're so far north. They really don't make it that far. But it was the night of a hurricane, and it was like probably like 60 mile an hour winds, you know what I mean? Rain blowing sideways, and it was crazy. Well, we were out down at Ripley Point in my buddy's Jeep Wagoneer, and smashing mailboxes with a baseball bat. Like fucking just being stupid kids, like fucking reckless, dumb shit. Again, I look at it back now and I'm like, holy fuck, that was so dumb to do. But hanging out the window and just doing, 40 miles an hour and just fucking smash them. Like, whoa, like Stand By Me. Remember in Stand By Me, the movie? So we were doing that. So then on the way back to drop me off at my house, I had a paintball gun back in the day when they were like single shot. Like you push the thing on the back and you get one shot out of it. I had a paintball gun in the car, and I remember we passed my friend Larry Murphy on Route 1, which is like a major road, no traffic, no cars up there. And we came up behind him, and I knew who it was. We pulled out and passed him, and I shot his car with a paintball gun. Well, he didn't know it was me. He didn't know who did it or whatever, so he tried catching up to us, and then he just pulls into a state trooper's house that we all knew. It was our buddy's father that was a state trooper. Told him what had happened. Told him, I guess by that time he'd figured out who it was. They came to my house, took the paintball gun. Like, I got in a bunch of trouble for that shit. So, yeah, stupid shit you do when you're a kid, man.
I remember one time we were going mailbox kicking, like on our feet, not in a car. we just walked neighborhoods and fucking drop kick mailboxes or run into them.
You got your leg up that high?
Yeah, believe it or not. And I remember one time we were at this is fucking, was in Mikey Vasilaga's house with his brother George, and we're all hanging out at his house, and we're like, all right, let's go mailbox kicking. You know where he lives? He used to live kind of by Castle Park.
I know what Castle
Right
Park
around
is.
that corner.
Okay.
One of those big houses over there.
Oh, yeah.
He lived there, and the mailboxes were across the street. Right, so we're walking out, and one of my friends was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get that mailbox," and George's like, "Nah, that's mine." He's like, "Fuck that, that's mine." Boom, kicks it. He's like, "No, that's my fucking mailbox."
Oh,
he kicked
shit.
down. So fucking, we're all fucking dying laughing. He kicked down his mailbox. Right then, so we go out. We're fucking, ripping through neighborhoods, kicking down mailboxes and shit. And we come back, and the cops all stop us. And we're like, "The fucking look, our mailbox got kicked down. We're looking for the kids that did it."
No,
And that's how we got out of it.
Probably the best thing that ever happened, right?
Yes, that's
Holy
how we
shit,
got out of
that's
it.
genius, man. That's fucking genius.
Oh shit, that was fucking good times.
Yeah, I look back at shit I did when I was a kid, man, and I mean, A, I'm lucky to be alive. B, it was extremely immature and stupid. But I feel like all the kids I know that grew up the way I did all did stupid shit like that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a rite of passage, you know? I mean, I just mentioned the movie Stand By Me. It was very similar to how I grew up. You know what I mean? Like just that fucking, remember how like the older kids were like reckless, doing smoking and and then you had the younger group of kids that walked everywhere. It was. I went through both of those stages in my life. Crazy.
I mean, that's kind of it. Not that it's city living down here, but it's
right.
It's definitely more kind of like those experiences, at least, on my bike, out and about,
Yeah.
And my kids are kind of going through it a little bit now.
I was going to say, because your kids are older than mine, you grew up riding your bike all around Tom's River?
When I was on this side of town, yeah.
Do you let your kids ride their bike?
I do,
all?
yeah.
I see Francesco over by like
He's
Patriots
everywhere, man, yeah.
Yeah.
You got to give him some leeway, I trust him. Plus, we have the Light 360 on. I know where he's at all times.
It's not that I don't trust my kids. My kids are too young. I would never let them just take off on their bike because they're a lot younger than your kids. But it's other people, bro. It's fucking how I see how people drive.
Yeah, no.
I remember one
that's
time my kids weren't there. Thank God, because my kids always ride them. I'm on a dead end. My kids always ride their bikes up and down the dead end. And I put an orange cone where the stop sign is. I always say, don't go past the orange cone because that's like a cross street. That's
right.
6th Ave.
Right. It goes
And
all the way to Fisher.
I can remember being outside. It was a day where my kids weren't with me. And 2 fucking cars came down 6th Ave. And I swear on my life, bro, they were doing almost 100 on 6th Ave. It's like a 20 mile an hour speed zone. And they were racing each other. And they got to the stop sign. And they both like slid sideways because I guess they didn't see the stop sign where the cross street is. Like slid sideways. Bro, like if I could have caught them, I would have choked them both up. But again, young kids doing stupid shit, dumb shit. But I look at it now from a totally different perspective as a dad. What if my kids fucking had blown that stop sign? They wouldn't have a shot in the world. That's what I worry about.
I know, but you're right. I mean, you could worry about fucking thousands of things, though.
Right, you can't live in a bubble. I get it. I get it.
I mean, especially with just the nature of people texting and driving. I tell my kid too, like, I don't want you out when it's fucking dark. Don't be on a bike.
Yep.
People don't even pay attention.
It's true. Did you see? It's getting a lot of publicity. I guess they call them. I'm going to say it wrong, and everybody's going to yell at me that's into cars, but pop-ups or whatever. That pop-up that they had in Ocean City with a car community. 2 people died.
That's Wildwood, I thought.
No, normally it's in Wildwood every year, and I guess the mayor of Wildwood said we don't want you back because it always causes problems. So they went to Ocean City, Maryland this year.
That's what two people died just recently?
Yeah.
Are you sure it wasn't Wildwood?
No, I'm not sure.
I think it was Wildwood.
I thought they always had it. Can you look that up, Andrew?
I thought I saw it was Wildwood.
I thought they always did have it in Wildwood, and this year they moved it to H2O. That's what it's called, H2O. See where H2O was this year, where the two people died. I thought it was Ocean City, but
yeah,
actually maybe not Ocean. Wait. I said Ocean City, Maryland. Ocean City, Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was. I know it was in Jersey. I'm pretty sure it was in Jersey.
It was in Jersey. I didn't mean Maryland. I meant
City now, but it was in Ocean City.
Wasn't. Wait, it just happened and two people died at it. Was that in Ocean City, Jersey, not Maryland?
Oh, whatever. How, like a week ago.
Like not even a week ago. One guy got hit on a golf cart, and I believe died. And another one, I forget the circumstances of the other one, but craziness. Did you see Italy got a new prime minister?
I did. She's. I don't know.
I know. I steer away from politics.
You went right into it.
No, we're talking about Italy, but
It was in Wildwood.
Wildwood.
Oh, nailed it, buddy. Nailed it,
I
pal.
usually do, pal.
Nailed it. I said I wasn't sure. Sure.
No, you are not.
But she's obviously conservative, and immediately what does the news start doing?
Well, she's the far
Mussolini.
She's the rightest. She's the rightest since Mussolini. Dude. You know, my mom used to fight with and I don't remember exactly 100% stories, but my mom used to fight with my grandmother. My grandmother used to say Mussolini was okay.
Listen, most like hardcore Italians,
So did my grandfather.
most hardcore Italians love Mussolini.
Because I think he
Fucking love him because
he had like the Gotti effect. You know what I mean? Like
right.
he helped people in the neighborhood.
He looked out for his own. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think they they always call him like a dictator. What am I trying to say? Fascist. They're always calling him a fascist. But if you do a little reading about him, he was really a nationalist.
I mean, I don't know, but he was teamed up with Hitler. You know what I'm saying?
Did he?
Yeah. He didn't have a choice yet. Yeah, we took him over, but still, you know, I mean, you could have teamed up with England, you know, and France, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. But, yeah. She, I mean, I don't speak Italian, but she seems like a good speaker. Did you hear her speak?
Yes.
And obviously,
God, country, family,
but they're captioning it, but she, it just sounds fucking pretty good.
They're coming after her, but why do you think it is? Because that's everything they fear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the tables are gonna turn, bro. Right?
I'm praying. I'm praying.
I don't know.
I'm praying.
Didn't the guy even in France? It was like a close.
I didn't see
election.
That.
Macron.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I believe that was a close election. I don't know if it was a corrupt one, but they said it was a close election.
Really?
It was all mail-in.
Right, mail-in.
Yeah. Well, you don't stand a chance when they allow that. There's no way.
Bro, okay, how about this? We're Joe Biden said the pandemic is over, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody's pretty much loosening up everything, right?
Would you see how they started backpedaling immediately?
I know, right? Yeah.
Go ahead.
I know. Yes, but for the most part, that is what a lot of people think. I think,
of course.
So when I see someone with a mask, what are you thinking? Okay, listen. I'm thinking a couple things, couple scenarios.
Yeah.
Scenario one: this guy's sick. Mm-hmm. He's sick, and he's actually being courteous. Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. He might rob me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy, why has got a mask on? I don't really think that, but, hey, right? Or he's just a fucking dummy, like a brainwashed dummy.
What do you think it is the majority of the time? And your guess, what would you think?
I think some people, or some people are so broken and scared.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So those are the options.
Yeah. But right? I think I would have to conjoin the two of those.
What, fear
and
stupidity?
Ignorance. Yeah. I got to combine those a little bit.
Depends who you're listening to, I guess. I mean, if you believe in someone.
Okay, if they're listening to their God, their Messiah, he just said it was over.
I know, but he still wears masks and shit too, the guy.
Not really.
No,
not really. When's the last time you saw him with a mask on? So I just had an appointment today, right?
Where? To what? Oh, yeah.
With Dr.
That's probably the Johnny.
Dr. Johnny. I got steroid injections I have a torn glute, so he did some round of steroid injections, and I think we're going to do PRP.
Tore that glute.
Yeah, here we go.
What's the glute?
What
What's the glute?
What do you mean? What is a glute?
What's like the generic term for glute?
Your ass.
The layman's term. Your ass. You tore your ass. This guy tore his ass.
See, it was a big build up to the joke, but he got it. But anyway, I was there. I walk in, and the waiting room probably has 12 people in it, and every one of them is wearing a mask. Did
you wear one?
No, fuck
no.
no.
And they didn't care?
No, I didn't fucking wear one.
Yeah, but like, I guess. I don't know.
then-
my thing is this: like, if someone's like, "Hey, why aren't you wearing a mask?" Because I'm not fucking sick.
Right.
If I was sick, yeah, okay, I'll wear a fucking mask. But I'm not sick.
No, but I walk in, and I don't want to call anybody, but there's 2 receptionists there, and again, I don't give a fuck. Do whatever you want, but they have masks on, but they're here. And they're talking, so that doesn't make sense. I saw an old
Probably
man.
because they want to have
old
appearance,
man
had it down, and shit.
I
Right?
feel bad for him. There's an old guy and his wife are in there, sitting there. You know how you wear the mask and you wear the 2 loopholes over your ears, right?
Yeah.
Like this. Hit it on sideways so that it was behind his head and the bottom one was hanging. So it was sideways. So there was just these massive gaps. like what? There's no point to wearing the fucking thing. 0 point to wearing it.
Oh man. Well, whatever. I don't know. If people want to wear it, go ahead.
That's what I say. Wear it, but I ain't fucking wearing it.
But I definitely can't help myself and like. I don't want to say I'm judging them, but you kind of are.
Okay,
no?
so what you're saying, you're giving an example of if you see somebody wearing a mask and they're in their proximity or
whatever, I'm not going to treat them any different.
Neither
you know
am
what
I.
I mean?
Neither am I. Never have. But they're in the proximity of other people. But let me finish. Okay. And they're wearing a mask. You're saying there's a possibility in your mind that they might be sick and they're doing the right thing. Now, how about when you pull up next to somebody at a traffic light and they're sitting in their own car by themselves with all 4 windows up, wearing a mask as tight as fucking...
Yeah, that's a mental health
What do you think then?
That's a mental health problem, right?
They're either so fear-mongered that they can't help themselves, or they're not that bright, in my opinion. That's just my personal opinion, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or I see someone with a mask and I know if like shit goes goes sideways, those are the people that I'll probably take advantage of. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. They're not leaders, that's for sure. That's for sure. So.
No. But I just Rhonda Patrick, you know who that is at all? She's like, I don't know, I've heard her on Rogan and she's very like a scientist, she's pretty smart. And it's talking about how good the sauna is for you. And you should check it out, bro. The sauna they're saying it 2 days a week gives you like 30% less chances of getting Alzheimer's, dementia. 4 to 7 days a week, it's like 60% less chance of getting Alzheimer's, dementia.
Can you walk me through the tribulation there? And
what do you mean tribulation?
Like how? You can't just say something and not give the medical reasoning why.
I'm not the fucking doctor.
That's why
I'm
I just
relaying
asked.
this person's message.
Asked, did you catch any of the other information given as to why?
It produces heat shock proteins.
Okay, this is what the question
and
is.
It's pretty much what it does is mimics working out.
Okay.
Right? Elevates your heart rate, this and that. She's doing more tests now. Like right now, her like science group, I guess, is doing more tests now to see what other effects or what other benefits and what markers and this and that. But they say sauna use actually promotes inflammatory responses right away. They say like one time.
So can I just cut you off for a minute because my brain works slow and I'll lose this if I don't bring it up now.
I understand that.
So the whole thing behind ice baths, right?
Okay.
It's
to opposite end.
Opposite, okay. Right? To inflammation is bad, right? Because inflammation is the cause or the start, I should say, of all disease, right?
Correct.
It's the beginning of it. So ice baths are to reduce inflammation within the body. But then,
of course,
that's how it was explained to me by Errol. No, did I get that wrong?
Yeah. No, I think you're right.
Okay. So then, you're helping. You're extending your I don't know about extending your life, but you're helping your body significantly by saunas, which is causing inflammation.
No, it's acting as a inflammatory response.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's acting as an Advil.
Oh.
It's helping with the inflammatory stuff.
Right. Okay.
That's what I got from what she was saying. I'll send you the podcast.
It makes sense.
And also she said something with depression that one-time sauna use, one time could have lasting effects on depression for up to 6 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
You hear a lot of these stats, you know what I mean? And you wonder, first of all, how they came up with them, and
Oh, that's true. It's
no,
not
I'm
like
talking psilocybin, for example.
Okay.
I heard a stat that said, once a month, was it once a month? Once every 4 weeks, a microdose of psilocybin has the same long-lasting effects of being on a powerful antidepressant for whatever. I forget the time comparison, but
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, if it's someone like Rhonda Patrick, I'm sure it's backed by fucking papers or studies and experiments and whatnot. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's just some fucking.
So back in the day, though, when they used to just blatantly say things, there couldn't have been data research. You remember there was a point in time when they said smoking was healthy for you.
Bro, they knew.
There couldn't have been data research.
No, dude, it's just like nowadays. Just like nowadays when they're fucking telling us to get 17 fucking vaccines.
Right.
Oh, it's good for you. It's good for you.
But
they knew.
But they base it in the name of science.
I know.
So how do you know what to believe?
But I know. But they've been doing it forever.
Right.
They've been doing just like fucking my
point is, I was trying to make a joke and say I don't know whether to smoke a cigarette or go in a sauna. Like you hear all this data. And
right. Well, right.
You don't know what
you don't know if it's skewed. You don't know if it's skewed or whatnot. I don't know. From what this person seems like, she's a big fan of saunas, so maybe it is a little skewed because she likes saunas. But she's not the only person I heard say this.
Yeah,
I heard the guy Huberman say it. I heard some other guy he had on say it. Like sauna is one of the most studied modalities, I guess, out there. You know, and they say because Finland, it's been used in fucking Finland forever. It's like they have so much research out of there. But they say that's not like a good group to have research.
Where are the roots of saunas? Where does it come from? I mean, you always see.
I think Finland, yeah.
Bathhouses, is that what they would go?
I don't know. Sauna. I know it's very prevalent there.
I gotcha.
Like everybody does it. So that they say that's not like a good control group because everybody uses sauna. But no, I'm sorry. It is a good control group. Like in America, people that use sauna are usually healthy people. So of course they're gonna have good health benefits. But in Finland, everybody uses it whether they're healthy or not. So then you could get good markers.
Andrew, look up life expectancy of somebody from Finland. Is it possible to pull stuff up on here or no? So we can see it too or no?
Yeah, I gotta hook up the computer.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. I had something else I was going to have you pull up so Frankie could see it because I didn't know if you'd heard of it.
What?
Have you seen? I mean, listen, they're coming up with new shit. I'm not going to call it a sport.
82 years.
82, so it's higher than America.
Oh yeah. Was that
America? I think 78 or something, right?
Is that combined men and women? Because men are definitely under 80, but women are above 80 in America.
I don't know about that.
Is that conjoined?
That was for Finland.
Yeah, but was that men, women, or average age of both?
Everybody.
Because I think in America,
I thought it was 79.
No, for men, it's definitely late 70s. Women, I believe, is over 80, I believe.
I have to live with Roger.
That's true.
Women is 81 and men is 77.
77. Yeah. Fuck. They got 4 years on us.
But if you took the average of those two, yeah, they got like three, right? What would the average of that be? 79? What was it? What do you say? 81 and 78 then?
No, 77.
77 and a half. 78 and a half. 78 and a half.
It's great with history and math.
Fucking idiot. All right, so what's the average then?
Of what, 77?
81 and 77. What's the average?
I would say like 78 and a half.
That's what I just said.
No, you said... No,
I just said that.
79 and a half. Sorry, 79 and a half. 79 and a half. Yeah, 79, period. Boom. There you go.
79 and a half if it's 77 for women and 81 for men?
77 plus 81. It's 158 divided by 2, 79.
79. Take fuck your half.
Yeah. Well, whatever. But you live longer in Finland, I guess.
Yeah. No, I'm sure.
But she was saying, like, even if, like, because there's a lot of people that can't work out.
Yep.
They can't work out, you know, they're disabled. But the sauna is probably your next best bet. They say, obviously, best would be workout and sauna together. You know, but they say even the benefit of just sauna.
Well, then you've been living life right for a while, pal.
Yeah,
nobody works out more than you, and you go in the sauna like at least once a day, don't you?
Mm-hmm. No. For like when I'm in a camp, I go 7 days a week, usually in the sauna. If not, I'm 4 days a week.
How long do you want to live for?
Oh, I don't know. I just until I'm able to.
Right, quality of life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Same here.
My wee still get hard, you know. Yeah, for real.
Oh, what I was gonna see if Andrew could pull up on there.
Oh, wait, what?
Have you pull up on the TV? Have you ever seen? I just saw this the other day, but apparently it's a real thing. You've heard the term, like obviously in your career, fight like you're in a phone booth.
Yeah, yeah.
That's an actual fucking thing now,
know,
bro.
so
They
dumb,
put
bro.
dudes
in a phone booth or a car. Did you see jujitsu
no,
in a car?
that's jujitsu in a car, but
Dumb, dude.
that's really dumb because the one dude was wearing a seatbelt.
Yeah, dude, it's dumb.
But the boxing in a fucking phone booth, bro, those guys are beating the fuck out of each other. But how is that a thing? Like, how is that
Russia,
a fucking thing?
in Russia, they
It's crazy, bro.
Crazy shit, right?
And the other
It's got to
thing-
be Russian, no? Like Eastern European,
yeah,
it looks
it's got to
like.
be. Definitely wasn't in America. But the other thing that I saw was, I think they call it, I think I sent you the clip too, because I'm like, how? And it was, bro, it was in a huge state-of-the-art, like arena with a lot of fucking spectators. I think they call them hobby horse. Those, it's basically a stick with a fucking
yeah, dude. Fuck
like,
out of
it's
here.
like,
That's crazy.
bro,
LARPing.
Bro, did you see it though?
Yeah,
they
yeah,
are literally
yeah.
riding it around, galloping, jumping these fucking
Yeah, like
things.
jumped. Like they're doing the
Yeah,
day. Like,
whatever.
as if they're doing, what? Equestrian.
Equestrian, yeah, it's got a name, but yeah, they're doing that, and they're
But riding what is that called? A broomstick horse?
Oh, it's a hobby horse.
That's what they're called? Hobby horse?
I believe it's called a hobby.
Yeah.
But they are dead serious. This is not a joke, bro. They're dead fucking serious. And I've seen a couple videos where they're like practicing at home and like, their jumps and the stuff. Like, bro, what the fuck is going on in the world, bro?
I mean, people are into curling and shit, right?
I guess, but it's like, where is
Mark,
the limit of what a sport is?
Mark has been playing polo, trying to learn the polo on the horse.
No way. Has
Yeah,
it really?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that a very expensive sport, though? Like crazy
well,
expensive?
He's balling, yeah. He's balling.
I know, but you need a whole team.
Oh, what do you mean a team?
You play with a team, right?
I
You
guess.
play-
Well, you just bring
you
your
can't play
horse.
by yourself.
It's like pickup. You just bring your horse and you go to the park.
You're just hitting a ball with a stick at that point
Yeah,
on a horse.
yeah, yeah.
You need to play polo.
I
You
know,
need a
but
fucking team.
but it's probably like, I don't know if you need. Well, I guess you need a team.
You need
How
a
is that
team to play
expensive?
polo.
I mean,
because horses.
You have your horse.
Horses are stupid.
You have
fucking
your horse.
Horses are stupid
I'm saying,
expensive.
you have your horse.
It costs a lot.
I have
to
my
shoot.
horse.
It costs
Let's
a
bring
lot
our horse
to
and
shoot.
fucking play polo.
Yeah,
right?
but unless he's at a. Oh, look at this shit.
Yeah, dude.
Look at this shit.
You can't fit in that too.
I actually thought. Yeah, see, it looks small there. It looks bigger when they're. Dude, she's throwing knees.
Oh, dude, elbows. This is hell no, dude. What's the point of this?
That's insane, bro. That's insane.
What's the point? They don't even make telephone booths no more, right?
No,
You know what I mean?
definitely not.
But that is the.
Now Andrew, pull up again. I might have this fucking name wrong. Hobby horse. What are we calling it?
Hobby
Competition.
horse equestrian
Competition. I see it right there.
derby competition.
Derby
There it
competition.
is, yeah.
Now I saw one that was in a right there. I think that one right there. I think that's the one that's in like a major fucking arena.
Oh, it's in Finland, bro. They fucking hobby horse and saunas, baby.
Look at this, bro. I mean, you would see like 80 AC fucking BJJ tournament going on in that thing. You know what I mean?
Finland's definitely all white people. It's definitely a white person
Oh,
sport.
for sure,
Huh.
for sure.
Holy shit.
Look,
Wow, they're getting up, though. They're getting up. That's somewhat athletic. That takes some athleticism.
You can't
Two
find a way
fails,
to
two
defend this, bro. You can't.
Come on, get it. She got it. She got it.
What is going on with these people?
That's wild.
And who is the first one to gather a group together and say, it must have been on Facebook or whatever. Hey, like, I know you ride hobby horse. So do I. Like, let's get,
Finland, they're good at fucking
10 other
strongman
people.
competitions and hobby horse.
hobby horse. My point is, where's the limit to where sports are going? What's next?
What do you mean? That's how popular is this?
Did you see? Look at that arena. Look at that fucking arena, bro.
Dude, there's no fucking fans in there. That arena. That's like, what I
Okay,
mean?
so you think that was cheap to fucking get that place? Look at the size of that place.
Bro, yes.
No.
Yes, dude. These people pay. It's like, it's more.
They got corporate sponsors up on the wall.
Bro,
look at that
what
shit.
are you talking about?
Look at the
There's
wall.
not that many people. Those are his parents.
Look at
They're their parents. Like it's going to a wrestling match. You're like, oh wow, there's a lot of people there. It's the kid's fucking parents.
It's fucking hobby horse competition, bro. Come on. There's people there at all is amazing.
Bro, Finland don't have basketball, baseball, football. Right? Does Finland have a soccer team?
Do you know that for a fact? I don't know that for a fact.
They probably got what? They have all that stuff. They probably they
So
have.
wait,
I bet they have basketball.
let's
they have basketball, definitely.
let's appease Frankie here. You think this only goes on in Finland? Let's see if it goes on anywhere else.
Probably gotta go on everywhere.
See if it goes on anywhere else. See if it goes on in America. Put in hobby horse competition in America. See what we got. This is a thing, man.
No. Kylie van der Watson-Vol. No, I don't know. Yeah, bro. Nothing, right?
If V really wanted to do that, would you get behind it and like travel with the family and go to tournaments and stuff?
No. It's not a real sport.
You're not getting a scholarship with that, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's crazy what's going on in the world, Franklin.
No, this stuff's actually kind of light.
What do you mean?
No, it's, obviously it's a hobby horse. It's not that fucking,
What do you mean light?
You said a lot of crazy stuff. I'll take this crazy stuff.
No, I just mean crazy that they make sports out of something so mundane, I guess. You know what I mean? Like sports is supposed to be like, I guess it probably started years ago. Like, probably when badminton started, we were going downhill. Darts, we were going downhill.
No, what do you mean? You're crazy.
You don't think so?
Darts is probably a really life skill. You fucking got to hit something with, you know what I mean, the eye or something like that.
So you would call, if we had the world champion here right now, you'd shake his hand and say you're a great athlete?
An athlete? No, but
so what is he then?
You're a
skilled what?
I don't know what you call an athlete. Like, is a bowler an athlete?
That's my point. That's my point.
No, I'm saying, listen.
You're calling it a sport.
It's
a competition, right?
Competition.
So what do you call the competitor?
No, they're skilled, dude. Like a pool player. A pool player, is that an athlete? They're fucking skilled.
I'm asking.
A baseball player.
No, baseball is definitely a sport.
I know, it's definitely a sport.
Definitely.
But it's more, you need more skill in baseball than you do in football.
Okay, so
right? Football, you have to be more athletic. You know what I'm saying?
Sports over here, right? And we have not sports over here. You're not putting anything in that basket that's not a sport. You're calling everything a sport? I'm saying some things you got to draw the line and say that's not a sport.
Okay, is cards a sport? That's a competition. Is cards a sport?
No.
Okay.
Definitely not.
But I mean, honestly, if you're doing a physical thing, it's kind of a sport. That's what I would say.
Would you call, and again, I think some people might disagree with this, but my favorite athlete.
Oh, let's fucking care if someone disagrees with it.
No, I don't care. But I'm saying, is a driver, a race car driver, is he an athlete? How about a motor?
I kind of think so.
How about
I think
motor?
so. I'm going to say it is, because there's also fucking dire stakes as a race car driver.
Yep.
So you're an athlete, and you got to be in shape. You got to fucking withstand heat. Yeah, you got to have good hand-eye coordination. You have to have a big set of nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're an athlete.
Well, and I think it takes, anything that takes like years and years and years and years to, hone that skill set.
Well, then that's anything though.
If it's physical, has to be physical. Has to be physical.
Yeah. Then it'd be a sport. So then that's what we said. If it has some kind of physicality in it, it's a sport. Agreed?
Agreed.
Even golf, a sport.
Yeah.
Bowling, a sport.
I would call
fucking darts, a sport, buddy.
Okay, so I'm
maybe less of a sport. Maybe less of a sport. But
I'd put that. That would be my bottom rung.
But what about
darts?
Pool?
Is my bottom rung.
What about
pool and darts are both? They're the same thing. It's the same fucking thing.
No way. Yeah, I guess you're
same fucking thing.
Do it both. That's
the bottom rung. Hobby horse. Where does that fit in?
Oh, that's got to be.
Is that a sport?
That's almost like LARPing, though. Too.
Yeah. It's like pretending you're a horse.
Pretending, yeah. That's almost like that's tough to say. That's almost like LARPing.
Now I can't believe it exists, and I think it's really stupid, but I guess it's a sport because it's definitely physical. Phone booth fucking fighting.
I mean, yeah,
that's a fucking sport, but
that's a spectacle.
It's a sport. It's physical.
I mean, yeah, it's a sport. It's you're taking a sport and just putting it in a different medium. That's all you're doing.
Yeah. So where does it all end? What do we got coming up next? It's like this never-ending.
There's how many 7 billion people in the world?
They're gonna keep coming up with shit.
Yeah. Right? There's someone in the world. Mm-hmm. There's a group of people in the world that are obviously into it. Right?
I just saw something on one of the social medias today that I guess somebody started a trend in cooking chicken in NyQuil. Some kid,
yeah, I saw that.
And they had to put out a statement to not do it. They had it like.
How about just like remember the what was it? Don't eat the Tide Pods.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Let these people eat that shit.
If you're dumb enough to eat it, you should eat it.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that because.
Well, no. Well, you think you're dumb enough to eat it?
Oh, I've eaten some dumb shit in my life, but I've never eaten a Tide Pod.
No.
I've eaten a few live animals in my life. And
but that wasn't like nothing gonna hurt you.
No, exactly.
You know, so our last podcast, we talked about. Did we talk about on there? I think we did, right?
With Dante?
No, not. We had one after Dante.
Okay, what is your question?
No, how's your diet going?
Oh,
Your healthy eating going?
not bad.
Not bad, but does that mean not good? Also,
no, I'm not counting calories, but I'm definitely have less intake for sure.
Okay.
Less calories for sure,
Okay.
no question about it. My workout regimen is not where I want it to be because I'm fucking in pain. You know what I mean? But my diet is, I wouldn't say spot on. I'm not weighing food. I'm not counting macros. I'm not counting calories. But I just sensible eating. I know I'm not taking in the amount of calories I was. And mind you, I just started this week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I'm asking you. That's what I said. It was been like 2 weeks.
Yeah. I expect to lose weight during this process for sure. I'm not going to do it not to lose weight, but I would love it if I was like really healthy and could go balls to the wall.
Well, yeah. So, but you just got this injection in your ass cheek.
Gluteus minimus, which is like on the side.
Right.
It's not in the back.
Cortisone shot?
No, steroid. Yeah, well, yeah. But it was a multiple steroid. I don't know exactly what it was.
Shouldn't that be like instant then?
Well, sort of.
3 days. 3 days.
He
right?
said.
By 3 days, right?
He said 2 or 3 days, but to really, really take effect, he said a week. Give it a week.
Yeah, right.
But we debated today. PRP or steroid was the guest today, and I was like, listen, doc, listen. I'll do whatever you say. I don't care either way. But I've been dealing with this for so fucking long, and it's bothered me so much. And all I really want is a good night's sleep.
Yeah,
good night's sleep. That's all I want, bro.
You gotta go
He's like, let's do it. He's like, that's fast acting.
Well, you did PRP.
If you do the PRP, it inflames it more.
Correct.
Which attacks it with the blood. You build up that blood supply, and it attacks the injury. But he said that could cause you more.
Pain,
so I said, listen,
sure.
I'll do whatever you want.
You got to go backwards to go forward.
You either one you want. He's like, well, here's the issue. Technically you could come in, let's say the steroids work really well. You could come in 2 months, 3 months. When it starts to die off, we could give you another round. But with steroids, the risk is that your bones become more fragile. Like it affects your bones. It's got some negative effects to it.
Oh yeah, but that's like using it over and over and over for a long time.
That's what he said. So he said, this. I'm not worried about this at all. Let's do it today. Let's try to get you some relief. But when you come back, let's talk about the PRP.
Yeah.
But the problem is he couldn't have done the PRP today anyway because he's like, have you been taking ibuprofen and I was like, yeah, bro, I take Motrin every fucking night to try to sleep. He's like,
can't do that.
Couldn't do
I
PRP
know.
anyway today.
Should try to stop that.
He's like, you'd have to wait too. I'm going to now especially if this helps. So I wouldn't be a candidate for PRP today anyway. So what I'm going to do is I think I go back in 2 months.
And you've had PRP before, right?
I've had PRP a bunch. I had it in my head for hair loss.
Was that painful?
Not at all. It actually felt good. I actually look forward to it. It actually felt good because they used she used this little tool. She actually did injections, like in site injections where I'm the baldest, which is like right back here. But she used this, like, I don't know, little. It almost looks like a stamp, smaller than a stamp, but it has a bunch of like tiny little needles on it, and they soak it in the PRP, and then they like do that. Actually felt good. I was like, shit, you could do that all day. Felt like getting your head scratched. No, fuck no, I'm balding as fuck. I do think what it did was it helped with like. It didn't regenerate hair, but it helped with hair loss. I'm not losing
anymore
hair like I was. You know what I mean? I kind of like put the brakes on it. I think a little bit.
And then what else you get at PRP?
In my leg when I had all that numbness and thing. I call it. But where? In my calf. Where?
That's weird. So I don't know. Like, did it hurt?
Not at all.
Yeah. See, you get it in your fucking joint.
Yeah.
That shit hurts.
Yeah.
That shit hurts.
Yeah. I could walk. I'm sure when he did, what did he do? Your shoulder?
My shoulder, yeah.
You watched it. You watched the needle go in on the fucking thing. I watched it go like right into. It looked like
he was behind me. I was trying to, but dude, when he put that shit in, bro, the pain was. I was so surprised at how painful.
That's PRP.
Yeah.
That's gonna hurt me when I get that done. That's gonna hurt. I only had cortisone today, and I don't know how many, not cortisone, but steroid, whatever it was.
Cortisone. I'm pretty sure.
Lidocaine, cortisone, probably whatever. But I was watching it on this like X-ray machine. I could see the fucking needle go in. It looked like he was putting it right in my bone.
It was called. That's not what is guided fluoroscopy.
Yeah,
that's
sounds right.
Yeah.
But I could see it like happening. You know what I mean? I could see it, take it out. I could see it going in a different spot. It literally looked on the thing like it was putting it right into my bone. I'm sure he wasn't, but only one time did I get any
I think
pain.
he wanted. I feel like, dude, when
Bro, it was right there.
the one time I had stem cells in my shoulder, I've had it twice in my shoulder. One time, and the first time I felt like I got pretty good relief, but I felt like I remember the guy. I was numb, but he's like, "Oh God, I feel the bone." He hit my bone with the needle, I think, and I remember leaving. My shoulder was numb, so I remember calling Renee on the car ride home. And, oh my God, my shoulder feels fucking amazing. 20 minutes later, dude, I was in the most pain. I was like, holy fuck! I almost didn't make it home. But yeah, and I remember because it hit my bone.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a good thing because that felt like that jump started the healing process.
Yeah. I mean, on the thing that I was watching, it looked like he's hitting the bone. I'm sure he wasn't, but
Maybe
only of all the injections that he did, he was probably doing whatever he was doing for 5 minutes. Which was obviously multiple injections, but only one time. He's like, this might hurt a little bit. Only one time I got a little sharp pain. Other than that, I barely even felt it.
They have there's some people think that it may just be the trauma from the needle that caused the healing, even with epidurals and stuff.
Is that right? Yeah.
I mean, that's the theory at least.
Yeah. I mean, I could understand that, right?
Because it say something's lingering and there's really not healing. That needle causes there's trauma here,
and then
it brings the blood to the area.
Right, it's the white blood cells, right, that are repairing the repairing one. That's what they pull out of
PRP.
They do with PRP.
Really?
It's the white blood cells, right? It's got a name. I forget what it's called. But
Remember, prolotherapy is something different too. I think.
Yeah.
PRP and prolotherapy are two different things. They're both kind of similar though.
So obviously you asked me about my weight cut. You're starting your weight cut now too.
I mean, I wouldn't say weight cut. I'm dieting,
right?
Eating right. I still don't have nothing solid yet, but I'm gearing towards it. So
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm praying, hoping that you're on that MSG card because definitely we'll all be there.
That's still the plan. So
we'll be there for sure, buddy.
Yeah, it'll be fun. New York, I don't think you don't need vaccine cards to get into MSG anymore.
Good. Good.
So that's good.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, something I was going to ask you about, and I don't know. We were talking about it in group, all three of us, but I don't know if we ever figured out why. It was a week ago, but Ian Smith, I see now on his Instagram, he is no longer affiliated with the Tillis Gym. Do we know why?
No.
Does anybody ever figure that out?
No. Maybe
I don't know if I'm phrasing that right. I said affiliated. He's not. He doesn't affiliate with himself with the gym on social media, at least. Now, I don't know if that's a legal move. I don't know if there was a partnership fallout. I don't know what, but I'm curious as to why.
I wonder.
Yeah.
Bro, my box club, Mark's telling me that his pastor or something, sent a Facebook message to their congregation, asking people to come to the school board meeting because I think in Old Bridge they're gonna put litter boxes in the bathrooms for the people that identify as felines. I'm like, I might go there.
Where does
shit in the litter box?
Where does it? Yeah, all you would have to do is say identify as cat, and you could.
I wouldn't say anything.
You could.
Meow. Meow. That's what I said. Meow. Dude, are we living in bizarro world?
No, it's a mental illness, bro. It has to be. It can't be anything but. It can't be, I can't. Listen, I'm all accepting. I don't care what you do, but my kid ain't watching you fucking shit in the corner. I don't care what you want to do in your house. I don't give a fuck.
Oh my God, imagine what that's going to smell like. Oof. No one's,
But why do these adult teachers
entertain it?
Why?
I think because they're so scared of getting sued or labeled as a bigot or stuff because the way that academia is, that's how it's portrayed at least.
Well, also I think they're pressured by the school board.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah,
I think because every teacher I know personally, I know a bunch. You know a bunch of teachers. We know some of the same teachers. Everyone that I know personally says I don't condone, agree with this in any way, shape, or form. This is absurd. But if I speak up, I risk losing my tenure.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and they get people hit people in their pockets, and that's what happens.
Yep, it's scary.
It is, but That's why you gotta just.
What if I know you hate hypotheticals? What if I'm going to give you a hypothetical? I don't care.
Okay.
What if your kid came home one day and said, "Dad, I feel like I'm a cat." How do you handle that as a parent? What do you do? What do you say? My kid told me she was vegan. I said, "The fuck you are." That's exactly what I said. She said, "Daddy, I'm vegan." I said, "The fuck you are. You're 7."
Where'd she get that at?
I don't know. That's exactly what I said. I didn't care.
Where'd she get that?
Fuck you. Not for me. But I don't care if she's vegan when she's older. She can be vegan. Yeah. She's 7.
She don't know it.
You ain't fucking vegan. You ain't making up your own man.
Dude. You fucking just go just to the boardwalk.
Yeah.
And by the time she leaves, she won't be a vegan.
Exactly.
And she won't even know.
She won't even know about it. Because she's sensitive, and I don't want to upset her or whatever. Yeah. I did say that. I absolutely said that. And then I just kind of let it go. I think she was a little surprised by my reaction because I think, sometimes kids think you're just going to coddle every idea they had. And I don't care if she wants to be vegan. I don't care. At 7 years old, you still believe in fucking Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy, and you don't know what fucking life is really. You don't know anything. I'm your dad. You're gonna fucking eat meat if there's some certain things you don't want to eat. Like she doesn't like to eat bacon because she associates it with a pig. That's fine. I'm not gonna make you eat bacon. But you're not a fucking vegan.
Has she ever tried bacon?
Yeah, tons of times.
It's fucking tasty.
Tons of times. Sometimes she'll say, "Is it turkey bacon?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, turkey bacon. Yeah, it's definitely turkey bacon." But again, when she's old, or both my kids are older and they're old enough to make their own decisions, fine. I got nothing against veganism. You be whatever you want to be. Not at fucking 7. You're not telling me how to feed you.
And I mean, honestly, for nutrition, I think it's probably not the best thing because it's really hard to get all the nutrients that you need as a vegan, if you're, especially as a kid, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I agree. But sometimes I think you just need to put your foot down and show assertiveness. Which is tough for me, man, because I'm a wimp as a dad sometimes. But there are certain measures where I absolutely will. But back to my hypothetical question to you: what if your kid came home? What if V came home and said, "Daddy, I really think I'm a cat. I identify as being a cat." What do you say?
I throw out the window and see, "Hey, you got 8 more lives, bitch." No. I mean, I don't know. I'd be like, I would say I wouldn't fuck. I mean, listen, to me, you're not a cat. If you want, in your head, you're a cat. You're a cat. But to me, I'm going to call you my daughter, and that's it.
Right.
I guess that's all I could do at that point.
Okay, now what would you really say? Because I know that was your
political.
PC.
What would I do? I don't know. But get the fuck out of here, fucking
You'd
cat.
You'd say exactly the same thing I said. The fuck you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fucking cat. I'm like, no, I'd throw her food on the fucking ground. But like, eat like a fucking cat then. I'm like, cats sleep outside. I guess you're sleeping outside tonight.
Yeah, it's insanity, man.
Cats don't sleep outside, but some do.
And again, I think you would agree with this statement. You don't care what other people do in their own houses, right? I don't care. I don't care if your kid is a cat at your house. I don't care if you let your kid shit in a litter box at your house. You're not fucking doing it at the fucking school where my kid has to participate in that shit and act like that shit is normal.
Yeah, I mean, but like, where do we draw the line? I'm a cat. Okay, now I'm a fucking dinosaur. I need to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are you gonna give me fucking meat to eat, or like raw meat to eat? Like, what do you mean? Like, come on.
Right. Yeah. It doesn't make.
I'm an alien. Are you gonna say? I don't know. What do aliens need? What do aliens need?
They eat brains. They eat brains.
They eat brains? No.
No, I get what you're saying. It's going to become an excuse for everything you do. Everything you do wrong in life, you're going to have an excuse now, like a built-in excuse, because you identified as something that does that, and it's okay in that world to do it. You know what I mean?
No, I know, man.
It's insane.
But I mean, when these people hit the real world,
they're never gonna hit the real world. They're never gonna hit the real world.
No, because
ever.
What do you mean?
They're never gonna fucking hit the real world. There's no.
I don't know though. It's getting in our fucking society so much that I think people that work at Google are gonna be identifying as a cat.
Yeah, maybe at Google, maybe in Silicon Valley. There's a lot of jobs out there, maybe, but in most aspects,
not in the trucking industry.
Not in the trucking industry. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you're right. I digress because they are trying to mainstream all this stuff, but
fucking Tony the Tiger, the truck driver.
Not to my kids. Not to my kids. It's insane. Somebody just sent me something today. I forget. It was about a book that I had to read. Let me see if I can find it.
I'm sure that didn't happen.
Let me find. You're fucking hysterical. Can you hold the show down real quick while I look
Can
for
I
this?
hold the show down? Yeah.
Can you do it? Okay, right here. Hang on.
Oh, you got.
This is just some random person that follows me that sends me all kinds of stuff like that. All kinds of stuff like this. And there's a link attached to this, obviously. But it says, some more reading for you. It's
Some more. Hey, you didn't get to the first one, pal.
fucking guy. It seems that January 6th, the governor put into law that anyone who gets pregnant has the right to do what they want, and parents don't have to know. Could be 12 to 17 years old. This is most likely why they include, and this is in quotes, giving consent for sex, and in quotes, how to eliminate an unintended pregnancy. I'm still researching this, but it seems the curriculum goes hand in hand with it. It's a short read. It's only 6 pages. Go ahead.
Okay.
It's only 6 pages. But it sums it up from the top paragraph on page 4. We are fighting the school on this and fighting the school board and calling everyone in the state about this that we can. And then there's the link attached.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough.
It's insane, bro.
Yeah, but it starts at home though. It starts at home more. You need to be in your kid's life. Like how I don't know. Maybe you could almost. How could you not know if your kid's pregnant between the ages 13 and 17 if you're not really in their lives?
Okay, well, listen.
Right?
I don't want to call you out, but did your parents know that you were running 8 miles to a girl's house and having sex at age 13? You pulled it off.
No.
You pulled it off.
I ain't getting nobody pregnant though. You know. I'm saying, yeah, actually what happened is I fucking end up I told you. Like, I don't know if I told you that.
What are you telling me?
Nothing.
You end up having a baby?
No, what? Yeah. He's fucking 28 years old.
What happened?
He's my training partner. No.
You can't say it? You can't say it?
No, right.
Can't say it? Back to you.
I don't have no illegitimate kids out there, I promise.
Oh, shit. All right, pal. Listen.
Hey, good times.
It was a good go, buddy. Good go. Yeah, we'll discuss next time. I hope the next time we sit down here, a week from now, I hope you're saying I'm on that fucking November 12th card at MSG, baby.
Me too. Hopefully we can have an announcement.
All right, pal.
All right, my dude.
And, hey, listen, will you announce it on fucking here? Because you love to go on other podcasts and announce everything. Can you save this one for here?
Well, maybe have to do like a, yeah.
Okay, thanks, bud. Thanks.
All exclusive
Yes.
thing. Cool.
All right. Good deal. You heard it here first.
Persh.
We gotta get the call to action. You gotta do that.
What is it?
Talk about, follow us
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Instagram and
Oh, right.
TikTok.
God, you can say it this time.
Instagram, TikTok, Rumble, YouTube.
Mm-hmm. What's up, guys? If you like the show, if you like the content, don't forget to follow us. We're pretty much on all the platforms out there: Instagram, TikTok, Rumble, now on Rumble, YouTube. Share, like, and subscribe.
Let's go.